Welcome, welcome. I hope you're do- so let me just share this on social media. Hope you're having a good day, everyone. It's so quiet. I'm just sharing. Sorry, guys. So, this is Zaky, a 3D character artist from Egypt. Well, again, if you are a character artist or you are trying to improve your anatomy or your sculpting skills in general, you might saw one of my work on Pinterest, on ArtStation, or anywhere basically. So, if you're if you're learning anatomy, you can check out my ArtStation and Gumroad for references, or if you want to buy one of my products, I also sell those on ArtStation. So if you are interested in on one of my work, you can check out my ArtStation store. So this is it. Uh, so today we are going to sculpt or block out this goblin. I thought the concept is really interesting, so I decided, yeah, why not? We go through and sculpt it. Yeah. Um. Again, I want to improve my latest product, the ultimate IMM anatomy primitive. I'll show you it in a second. So these are basically IMM parts, body parts. Um, Hey, thanks. Thanks for buying my brother. So these are brush, all the slim and basically the body part you can see. It is for me it speed up my workflow so much. And yeah, I thought it would be useful for you guys. So I was testing those on the last couple streams. I made I made a few of them live here on the channel. Yeah, this is I also improve and update it regularly. If I had an idea or something, I always put the always update it basically. So let's get started. So for the goblin, we are going to start with the head 0 here. As you can see, the head and the important landmarks of the head are already polygrouped for you guys. So it's going to speed up your workflow a bit. So for his eyes, I always mask his eyes, enable local symmetry. Maybe we can blur the mask a little. I want to make the whole thing here a bit smaller and a bit more round, as I can see here. Not so much though. Then I will just adjust his head so he doesn't have a huge forehead. So it's actually his eyebrows that are causing the volumes here. Let's add some volumes here. Let's make him a bit more angry, just to capture his expression here. It does help with the measurement later. So for his chin, I need to pick his chin. So basically, I will focus on the big shapes that defines his head. So his nose, his extreme feature, his eyebrows, his cheekbones here, maybe his chin, his mouth, one by one here. So let's make this dent in his chin like that. Maybe less uh less wide here. Using the crease brush, I'll decrease the intensity a little bit here. His mouth. So I should have already marked these, but yeah. So these are the loops defining his mouth. I want I want I just want an indication here. So I won't do anything. I just push these point inward, pushing his mouth inward here a little bit. Yeah, he's so angry. So who else bought the IM brush, guys? Because I have to say it's gone viral on my art station. So I was wondering how far could it help with your work? Does it really help a lot, or just a few? Just it helps us a lot, but just a little. So I want to have the basically the same angle here to help me with the measurement I had. So basically his mouth is too detailed. His face, sorry. His face is so detailed that I won't think I won't be able to capture it with the amount of geometry I had here. So for his mouth, I think I had to push it a little. And I really want to add his nose. I'll add I'll add just a small piece here, an appendage. Yeah, I use polygroups a lot. I mean, who doesn't? I'll just put this here. Let's decrease the intensity here a little bit. Adjusting the intersections here. Maybe I can make a triangle here to define the nose a little bit. Yeah, a triangle here with. Uh, let's see what I can do actually. Let's use if I want to do this slice mesh. Let's use mirror and wall. Oh, the thing something is off with the center line here. So I'll just use masking to fix this area here. Let's disable symmetry a little bit. Move it to the right. Mirror and weld. And yeah, Oh, so yeah, this will do. Can see there are a bit of a there's a bit of a curve here. His chin, I can actually use a few more edge loops here, but I won't, not right now anyway. That's the one to make human create. Do you recommend to make a human again and again till feeds easy? So practice always make perfect. So yeah, I recommend to use make humans and always use references. Don't just go sculpt without references, or like that you won't really improve. I mean anatomy references for if you want to improve your anatomy. Always use references. Don't ever sculpt without a reference. Anatomy reference again. So this is the this line from his nose is a little bit upward like this. I can see what's off here. There's a meat here. Yeah, I can always use some triangles here also. So to help with the measurement a little, I will add his ears. I have an ear I'm Zbrush also. So split and mask. I know. This is a humanoid ear, and we have here a goblin. We can always push the human ear like this to make an ear for a goblin. Yeah, basically like this. Just push this point inward. Yeah, and I'll fix the shape of his ears a little, like this. I'll add volumes to this area here, like this. I'll smooth out this little. So something like this will do. Of course, we can improve the ear a bit more, but yeah. So, do you texture in ZBrush? No. I might do some poly paint in ZBrush, but texturing? No. For texturing, I use Substance Painter. Let's merge down the head and the ear. Then I'll just put his head at this place here. Let's decrease the opacity a little bit just to see the so. Oh, there is think I enabled something by mistake. uh, I want to take a break. No, I just go for a walk a little, I think. So this is so weird right now. So I think I messed up with something here. Sorry for that, guys. Yeah, I think I'm using the no pencils, no. Where is it? See, I'm not really familiar with all the tools here. I want to know what's going on. Transparent, no, no. Alpha, no. Not using the stencils here also. No. Please don't make me do this. So, for things like this, I don't really do anything with stencils and Zbrush, and I don't know how to disable this. Let's just save this. Goblin. Let's score 0. Save. Let uh, just revert. So anyone familiar with this thing, guys? Because I'll just have to restart the brush. Oh. Sorry for that. I'll just open ZBrush again. My subtools and the reference once again. So I will load my goblin head here. Let's import our reference. I have so many references here I want to do. Let's disable or remove this color here. Yeah. And let's disable spotlight projection. Save. Let's not save. Let's enable our movie timeline here. Show. And let's just measure and see what we can do to improve the sculpt a little here. So I'll just use I'll scale this down. So I'll just scale this down actually. Let's compare the let's have an average scale for his head like this and store the view, and let's store this view also, so I can switch between those. So I can see his nose. Now we'll push his nose down. Well, just to measure, because as you can see, uh, his facial features were a bit off, and I'm not really aligning it with the reference. Uh, I'm just here, just make a few measurements and compare the overall proportions I have. As you can see, his nose is very small here. If I disable the concept here, you can see his ears are very small. His nose, I made his nose a little bit too small here. Let's push this down, and I'll push the head down also. And add for this view. Again, fixing the measurement misses the volumes, which I really don't like. So maybe something like this. Let's just align these again. So his ears are a bit too small, a bit too low poly for my taste actually. So enough with his head now. Let's add his neck again using the IM brush. Let's add his neck. So his neck is probably, yeah, gonna be in the same angle here. Let's fix the connection between his oh, let him mask first. Let's fix the connection here. this. So I keep moving back and forth between those. This is how you work actually. Always, always move in all directions. So have to be again. Have to push it. Yeah, like this. Think I have to push it up a little here. Thanks, Max. It, he is a little bit off actually, but yeah, I'm having fun sculpting this guy. Let's split a mask. Let's put the torso in place here. So basically his back is pointing this direction, so I'll just make it this way. And as you can see, the placement of his head and his torso are not great for my. So the measurement will be off because of the perspective. So I'll just match the torso, just the torso here with the concept like this. With the same scale here, of course. Let's just match the torso here. And yeah, let's make the anatomy of this guy. The proportions, of course, I mean. We already have the anatomy. So we'll only work on the only work like this. Obviously, he has a belly here, as you can see. So we'll make this. I want to have this as a plane change. I feel I want to add an edge loop here, but yeah, it's not this necessary now. So this is his part of his app. I'll just make it here like this. Let's make these muscles a bit more visible. Making a little here as oblique. Because he has a belly here. It, it must be affecting his obliques before. So his pelvis is not really super visible. So we want actually we want I want border. So let's add volume here to his back. Because all the work are gonna be on his back here. The scapula and the muscle is back here. Let's increase the opacity. So this is his back chest muscle. These are his chest muscles here. Always press B. My mistake. Let's make his trapezius a little bit more wide. Let's push it up here a little. So again, Zbrush just decide to save. Let's open the document. On the side, new document. No. Let's go to edit mode. So this is the scapula, the clavicle here, which is yeah, that's in a good position, I think. You can see his whole body is pointing this direction. Then I'll make his head, his legs like this. Okay, let's continue. Let's just continue. Don't want to make any judgment or adding his hand. Again, this is the right place. The app, it doesn't have a the crease here is not super visible. Yeah, his app is pointing out outward like this. Trying to improve the volumes here too for the obliques. Yeah. Now let's add um it wasn't easy. Ian, I think. Yeah, if you're Ian. Actually it's not easy. It seems easy, but it's not. As you can see, I always go and pick the points here, few points here and there. Even a single stroke with your brush will make your sculpt look better. Yeah, like this. Something like this will do. Let's push it later, actually. Please complete every character. So, look, this is. I just want to help you guys with the first step, which is the blockout. Then detailing is not really this big of a deal. Don't get me wrong though. It requires skills and require practice, but always the details depend on your blockout, your base. If you don't have a good base, and no matter the amount of details you add, your scalp won't look any better, if you know what I mean. However, though, if you have a good base, even the even a tiny bit of details will make your scalp pop up. So focus on getting the details, the blockout uh, good first, then add details. You can add details later on. Let's split and mask. Let's add the folder. So his shoulder is tilted this way, and I want to pull it like this forward. Alright, let's rotate it. Okay, push it. So this is, let's mark it. This is the spine of the scapula. I want the shoulders to attach to this spine here, the spine of the scapula here, and of course to cover the triangle here. And yeah, let's make it work. Let's jump between the tools to make the connection work. I'll always struggle with the I still struggle with the some of the anatomy here. I need to work on something for this place, for the IMM primitive, as it's not really friendly connecting the shoulder with the rest of the body basically. So Saha, I will eventually finish my characters. I'm working on this. Why I'm not finishing my character at this point? Actually, because this is actually my full-time job, basically making and stealing blockouts and base meshes, whatever you're calling them. So I'm basically selling my blockout everywhere. ArtStation, Gumroad, Clip Normals, Zbrush. So basically everywhere. Because again, this is my full-time job. Don't work for a studio. I do want to work for a studio though. But yeah, feeling a bit a bit lucky to be able to make a living doing what I like, what I love, which is blocking out, anatomy blockout. So I consider myself a bit too lucky to be able to do this full time. I mean, I know it's not polymodeling, but polyfunding is a term for how you prepare your base mesh. I don't actually, I don't polymodel them. I sculpt. I basically block out. By blocking out, I mean let me get down. I mean I actually putting primitive side by side and adjusting the intersections of these primitives till I have my character block out basically. You can consider it polymodeling, but without modeling tools, poly sculpting maybe. Actually, I have been thinking of updating my anatomy videos, my art station and Gumroad. I have a couple of videos. I'm not using ZBrush on them though. So uh let's add his uh I'm using primitive for the blockouts for the muscles, as you can see. This is a primitive for his lower, his upper arm. Let's enable local symmetry. Let's scale this up a little. Let's deflate this. Let's deflate this a little. So his shoulder is a bit too large. Yeah, something like this. Adjusting the intersection. Scale it like this. I don't want to the scale it too much here, because he has a very thin arm. It's really a bunch of primitive, but with basically with guides, you know. These polygroups, every polygroup represent a muscle, basically, or a group of muscles. So they are not they're not this is not something special. Of course, I will improve the anatomy here a little bit after adding his arm, his lower arm. this. Yeah, this will do. That, that should be matched with the his belly here. Oh, the anatomy is off somehow. So sometimes I have few errors like this. I don't know why. Again, see his head also. Let's mirror and well. No, let's press mirror and well directly here. Yeah. So weird. Anyway, let's deflate this just a little. And let's add his form or his lower arm. So for his lower arm, again the same thing. Or maybe I won't use this lower arm. Yeah, let's actually use oh, let's use the lower arm underscore F. I really wanted to use this one instead of this. Um, actually, I can try something here. So I want to replace the his this lower arm. Let's see this upper arm F. Oh, there is the let's eat it in. Let's press upper arm F. No. So let's duplicate this. Let's replace it with the upper arm underscore F. Let's rotate it because I want to use my new IM brush to just to have a bit more control with the flow. I mean, let's press delete it in, or no, let's just mask this. Let's try to yeah, let's try to match the rotation of this a little. Yeah, something like this. Just want to make it as close to the volumes I had here, as close as possible. Again, just because I have a much better flow here. So let's delete hidden. Let's delete hidden and fix the flow, the muscle. Just a little here. As you can see, I have all my important muscles here, and mark for the placement of the intersections. I'll show you right now. But yeah, let's add his lower arm now. I think let's go here a little bit. Looks too high. Yeah. So let's add his lower arm. Again, lower arm underscore F. Because I have a much better anatomy flow here. Just use split and mask. Okay. Like this. Inflate it. Like this. Scale this up. Rotate a little bit here. And move it. Yeah. Then just match the anatomy here, as you can see. Of course, I will adjust the volumes here and there a little bit more. As you can see, this triangle is where you put the brachioradialis here, like this, or as close as possible, you know. Then we can push the volumes here, a little bit. He has a very long forehand. Again, see this triangle area here. This is one kind of section here. Let's check this. Let's improve the volumes here. Yeah, add volume here. Then put it backwards. Improving the arm muscles. The arm muscles, especially the flexors and tensors, are not really easy to do. So just practice, guys. Was thimble shape first, getting the right volumes. So get your right volumes first, then you will eventually get your just measurement here. So get your right volumes first, then you'll eventually get your muscle flow, your muscular details later. Yeah, inflate this a little bit here. Let's I'll eventually add his arm, his hand now. I don't really want to add his hands right like right now. But yeah. Things like this will do. Good job. Something like this. Like that. Make it this way. I'm not talking. I always lose myself with the intersections here. Yeah, maybe like this. Let's add the volume here also. Add a quick crease here. I'm keeping it low poly so that I can control the volumes easily. If you watch my previous stream, I did a whole character using this technique. Because really, after this step, you don't really do any other job. You're just extracting these geometry shapes, these polygroups, like using masking and extracting each muscle, adding a few geometry, and yeah, this is going to be it for your muscles, basically. Let's put it forward a little. Yeah, this will do. This will do for now. Let's add his pelvis. I'll add his hands later. So again, the pelvis, I have a an IM brush for the pelvis. Let then mask for the pelvis. I think it has to be pointing at this direction here, having the same rotation. His pelvis is not super huge. He's a bit lean. Lean but muscular. So this pelvis, this will do. Because again, I want to have a visible obliques like this. Because he's the fat character, So I want to have a visible oblique. Maybe from the back to here. Like this. Out. Yeah. Let's add his legs. His legs and yeah, a bit of his feet. Before that, I like to have my arm in a new folder. Let's call this arm. Let's hide the arm. Let's now add his arm, his leg. So for his leg, let's say first Goblin underscore 2. For his legs, I will add a again a leg. Let's add an upper leg underscore F. Think think this is the new one. Yeah, this is the new one. Again, as you can see here, the leg IMM brush has all the important muscles you will need to block out your character. Don't be so lost now. So, to improve, watching courses will not make you improve. Your work will. So you have to, if you have if you bought any courses, you don't you don't just watch the course, you practice. Not once, but more than one. If you know what I mean. So if you always want to practice, you're not just watching the course or something. You practice too. So watch courses, paid or on YouTube. I learned from YouTube. And if you want to if you are interested in stylized characters in general, I highly recommend the 3D character workshop by Shane Olson. I'm one of his students, and I owe Shane a lot. As the day I discovered his workflow, the blockout, how I block out my characters, this actually changed my life for good. Actually, I'm making a living because of his workflow. Oh, from just his workflow. The proportions are way off. I'll have to fix it. But I want to show you guys how I can fix the proportions easily with this low poly, super low poly primitive you can see here. I want to rotate this a little because it looks weird. Actually, it looks really weird. Let's add volumes here for this muscle group. Add volume here, volume here. Just like that. We have our upper leg. I'll add his lower leg now, and I will adjust his proportions to match the concept a little. Then we'll call it a day. Not really into creatures, to be honest, but yeah, I saw the concept and I said, why not? Let's try to make a creature. Why not? Let's split and mask. Yeah, this will do. Again, his torso became so small compared to his feet, to his leg and feet. So let's add his feet and let's try to fix the proportions here. Just a little. I'm almost done here, guys. So if you have any questions so far, let me know. Oh, something with the dynamic symmetry here, the local symmetry. Let's re-enable local symmetry. Let's push it backward. Let's rotate. Let's scale this up. Scale this up again. Scale this direction here. Scale this down a little. Just to match the bony landmark. Really want to match these. Has a very bit wide leg here, so make it wider. All directions here. Maybe even wider than that. Let's unhide his arm. Let's let's rotate the arm. Let's rotate the arm a little. Let's include his shoulder. Let's mask this area. Let's mask, closing mask lasso. Let's using mask lasso. Yeah, let's take this a little, push it out, hit it again, scale this down a little. Yeah, something like this. Now let's fix these proportions. Let's save first. Still missing his hands, but no worries. Won't take so much with the BIM brush here. So let's fix his proportions a little here, and let's hide this. I really don't want to mess with his. Let's actually move his shoulder, maybe. No, let's not do this. Let's save another version. Let's press T pose mesh like this. And let's try and fix the proportion. Let's find the right angle here. Let's measure with his chest, or with his head. Let's measure with his head. The perspective are killing everything here. Even if I enable the perspective, won't do any good here. Let's try to match it from this angle. Yeah, this is the closest I can. Let's enable symmetry. Now this is his leg. Again, I'm just trying. Even if I destroy the whole mesh here, let's actually add point here, and let's add point here, or maybe let's this without moving or rotating. Let's move it at this direction here. Let's add another point reference on my timeline here. let's mask this. Yeah, let's by using a very big brush here, can just push this. Again, this is the perspective, as you can see. But really, I really just want to fix the proportions, nothing more. Even if that caused me the destroying the whole thing. I don't mind at all. Even you, don't don't be don't actually be afraid of destroying your skull. I know it's not a good advice, but yeah, don't ever be afraid of edits like this. You can always use the undo just to see where you are going, like this. Okay. So for his head and his torso, think I'm going to yeah, anyway. I'm going to use few of the tools here. Let's unmask these. Let's hide, blur the mask. Yeah, something like this. Increasing the volumes here and there. His head is a bit small, so let's just make it bigger. Because he's a goblin, so he should have, yeah, large head compared to his body. Not by so much, of course. Add a few edge loops here, but not right now. Right now, we want to fix till there's a few issues with the proportions and the volumes here and there. Really want to fix before adding his hands. So something like this, pushing this upward a little. Yeah. Trying to match the silhouette here a little bit. Let's rotate this. Let's feed just a little bit here. Just a tiny bit. I keep going back and forth. As this is this is really an extreme, a little bit of an extreme pose. Thanks. I'm glad you like my work. Not really super awesome at this stage, but yeah, let's press the pause subtool. I want to see his hand. So let's add his hand and try to fix the proportions after adding the hands. The hands are pretty much as straightforward. Again, using the Iman brush for his hands, like this. Let's table this, split and mask. Let's scale this up. He has a huge hand. So I don't have the hands in place first. Then I will adjust the connections here. So are you guys still there? No, it's a little bit boring. But yeah. Hey, thanks. Glad you like my work. I'm glad you're still here, obviously. I'm fixing the volumes. So let's add his fingers. Actually, let's add his thumb first. And how we can add a thumb by using again your friend the IMM brush for the thumb. His thumb is thick and becomes thinner as I go here. He's more like a witch hand, a witch fingers. So let's try to replicate that. Let's add a thumb like this. Let's increase volumes a little bit. Let's enable dynamic symmetry, or before enabling dynamic symmetry, let's split and mask. Let's enable dynamic symmetry here. Let's add the thumb in place like this. Let's rotate it a little bit here. Let's increase the volumes a little bit again. Let's add an appendage here. I'll show you. Let's add an appendage to make his fingernail. Let's enable dynamic again. I'm adding his nails as really just as a placeholder, basically. Just a placeholder for your for getting the shapes right. Let's see, like this. Let's increase, add a crease here, add a crease here. As witch hands are all about bony landmarks here and there. So I'll just add some bony landmark here. Let's mirror. Let's disable local symmetry for a bit. Let's enable local symmetry again. Yeah. Something like this. So now let's add his fingers. Again, by using the IMM brush, let's add a finger here. Let's let's split and mask. Again, I shouldn't add his fingers at this place. Let's delete the finger. Let's add the finger without enable dynamic symmetry. Let's add the finger here. Let's enable dynamic local symmetry. Let's split and mask. Like this. Let's rotate it a little. Let's increase volume. Again, all about the bony landmark, so I will add bony landmark and creases here. Making this list wider here and widen the knuckles. And let's add a blaze for his fingernail. Let's add an appendage here. Just a small appendage. Let's scale this down. Move it in place. I have local symmetry on, so going to add it with symmetry. Make it Goblin pen. So let's duplicate it as a separate subtool. Scale it up a little, rotate it a little. Maybe inflate it just a tiny bit though. Duplicate again as a separate subtool, rotate, put it in place, scale down like this. Sorry for that, guys. Thanks, yeah, moment. مومي مين طيب؟ عشان في كذا مومي نعرفه. Let's duplicate this. The final one. Let's scale this down, scale down. Rotate it a little bit like this. Thanks, yeah, a moment. Glad you like my work. So, I think I have reached a let's add a few volumes here. Let's disable dynamic and local symmetry. Let's mirror, mirror and weld, 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 mirror, mirror and weld. So this is the I know something was off, and still there's something off. But yeah, let's save this. Let's go separate, and let uh, let's just delete the folder here, and let's just merge down every single subtool here, because I really want to see all the muscles. Don't really care about anything right now except my proportions first. So let's measure our guy here. So his hands are a bit short, so I'll just use the move brush to move it, and maybe give the rest of his hands few volumes like this. I'm adding some volumes here and there because I really think the character just don't have uh, the right volumes. So here I'm just trying to match the volumes compared to the reference here. So let's increase the volume here. So I told you I will eventually add an edge loop here. Just want to mask this, add an edge loop, add this only edge loop. Like this here. I know I messed the topology a bit too much. So let's try this. Yeah, some edge loop here. And I want an edge loop here also. Just to make this bowl a bit more clean. Let's add another one here. Because really, why not? Alright, increase the volumes here. So let's increase the volumes here. Increase the volumes the other way. So um now I really think I don't have any other thing to do. Well, except for fixing few areas here. And to really improve the readability for this character a little bit, I will add a something to represent his teeth. Yeah, something like this. Just a small appendage. Let's increase the volume here. Let's push it. This. And after pushing this, I have to react by pushing his mouth outward. I can keep pushing the character over and over, but I really want to end the stream now. Let's just add volumes here, just to support the silhouette, his mouth. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And now let's call this a day. Let's use the snake hook a little here. So I really have to go now. But yeah, this is the final result. Let's enable dynamic symmetry. Not the most dynamic character, but yeah, looks nice. yeah, let's just have to close these things here. Sorry, at this stage I just keep pushing and pushing the shape to increase the readability and the silhouette of my character here. For example, I want to improve the readability of his triceps here, the brachioradialis, the arm here, just the overall shape in general. But yeah. So, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. It was really fun. Let's save first. This is merged. Let's save and back with green top. Let's document, Windows size, edit mode here. Let's enable perspective. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you next Saturday. And before I leave, this is the ultimate IM brush on my art station. Link to my art station in the comment in the description, and you can find by searching my name here, George Zaky, or George Zaky character blockouts. You can find my character blockouts there if you're interested, of course, or if you are looking for a reference. This will definitely help. So this is our guy here. We did this. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and see you guys next week at the same time. Thanks.